Wow, this lighting is not it right now. That's a little bit better. What's going on? Didn't plan this, so don't expect a ton of people to be here. Let me know about my audio situation, but I'm just going to basically be doing an Amazon shipment live because why not? I got to get one. Oh, awesome. Got to get one done, and it's a mess from the van. It's like 100 degrees right now. We're in Rapid City, South Dakota. This place is not it. But, it is what it is. Let me know audio stuff if you guys have any questions or anything about anything. I'm literally talking. Oh, a couple people sick. What's going on? So yeah, just gonna be doing Amazon shipment live. Let me know any questions you got. I do have some stuff that I just realized I was reselling today. Probably about 3 hours of reselling. Got $450 of potential profit. Not a crazy amount, but not bad. There's a couple items that I forgot that I need to put into my shipment, and all the stuff that I used to get ungated, which was my video from yesterday. So, what's up, Stacked Ventures? Okay, awesome. Hey, FBA woman. So I am doing this live from my computer because I don't have a good setup for my phone while on live. So while I'm going into Inventory Lab to figure all this stuff out, I might be a little bit too close, but I'll try to watch the chat and everything. But yeah, we're just gonna chill, asking questions you got, and we'll get this shipment done. I do need to try to put some of this stuff in. I think the loudest part is just gonna have to be getting all these freaking labels off, which is obviously the most annoying thing with any shipment. 390682243. I don't know if anyone heard, but we're in Rapid City, South Dakota right now, and this place is like, gosh, I do not want to be here. Oh, should I return this? I don't think I can return this. Solid. This is something I picked up, thought I would make money on, didn't ship it in because it was the only oversized thing. Large standard. We'll add it in this shipment, see if we can make any money on it, but I think we might be out of luck, which is okay. Stack Ventures, I still use Scoutify too? Yes. So I've actually, for sourcing, for the most part right now, I use Seller Amp. Sorry, my phone wasn't charging today. I only did 15 minutes in Walmart, but still actually found a ton of profit. But I use right now mostly Seller Amp, this app right here, because it's so cheap and the information that it gives you on the screen is just way better, in my opinion, than Scoutify 2 is. Off the jump. Let me try to figure out how to set my microphone up real fast here. But if I just look at my history, I'll just show you. If you've never used it before, just something that I wasn't able to buy. But right here, if we look right at the top, we got if I'm going to be eligible to sell it. Service is slow, but it says yes. Are there any alerts? And there's that. Since it's green, it's good. It says what the sales rank is, the estimated sales per month, which is a super nice feature. And then you obviously put in rules just like Scoutify 2. And then you have your max cost and then what your potential profit would be on whatever cost you put in. So it makes life really easy just on one page. And then normally what I'll do, actually today I didn't, but in the stores, normally I'll end up going through and adding my buy list in Scoutify 2 and then throwing it on Inventory Lab in my computer. But today what I ended up doing instead, for the most part, was just coming back to my van and then adding things. And I'm getting very distracted. Okay, we added that. Does Seller Amp link with Inventory Labs too? No. So that's the unfortunate part because I would imagine. So I think Inventory Labs is like pretty profit motivated, just like some kind of meat. What euphemism was I trying to say? I'm sorry. It's so hot. My brain is dead right now. It's 8:30 and it's 89 degrees. It's dumb. And we don't have AC in here. And I can't run fans while I'm filming stuff. But it's it doesn't integrate with Inventory Lab because I think they're pretty profit motivated. They have Scoutify 2, which is their own sourcing app, which integrates with Keepa, which gives you a lot of similar information. Seller Amp just does it in a better package and keep it integrated on the same screen instead of having to click off app. And I think Inventory Labs is profit motivated because their affiliate program is just the absolute worst. For instance, I'm pretty sure about 70 or 80 people have signed up for Inventory Lab through some older videos that I have and through my link. And I made a total of like $70 from them because they don't pay out unless it's so dumb. They don't pay out unless someone buys directly their non-free trial version. And obviously, like, I'm going to do fine no matter what. I've kind of set my life up in a way that, like, I'm not making a killing, but I'm making enough to survive that I don't feel like I need to, like, take money from anybody. So I'm trying to give away as much free stuff as I can. So I'm like, of course, take the free trial. But because I say that people should take the free trial, I literally make a penny for every free trial. And they don't, when that converts into a full blown sale, they don't pay me the normal $5 a month, which is 10% commission, which isn't even high in the market, but they don't pay that. And they only pay that for 3 months if they do sign up. So I actually emailed them about that. I was like, hey, you should make this more competitive because I have almost no incentive to talk about Inventory Lab, except for the fact that the CPM rate, so my ad rates are pretty high when I talk about them. But otherwise, it's just like I have other affiliate programs where I've sold less people or less people have signed up through my links, and I make so much more money in like half a month than I ever have in all of Inventory Lab. So, yeah, ZR Wooten, how much money can someone realistically expect to make on Amazon if they did it full time in place of a 9 to 5? That's a pretty good question. Let me answer that. I love talking with you guys, but I'm very distractible. Ooh, I can get my keyboard out. That's so smart. Then I can chat and talk. Okay, keyboard and mouse. How much can you realistically expect to make? This is hard. Honestly, like my story with Amazon is that I wanted to do it so that I could leave my job and start working on like my content creation businesses. And since I had some history reselling shoes on eBay, I knew that reselling was viable. And I had heard about Amazon FBA, but I didn't necessarily know like exactly what was possible. So I tested it out. And I only have ever done Amazon super part-time, to be completely honest with you. I think you could do it full-time. It's just hard to extrapolate the numbers that I can make on a per-hour basis to a full-time basis because I am never even close to exhausting inventory in like bigger cities that I resell. Here in Rapid City, there's only a couple stores and it's really easy to exhaust inventory. And in the Ross that I was in, I'm pretty sure there were other resellers because I saw so many of like the items that were Adidas items and stuff were flipped around to the barcodes. Product not found. What the heck? Wait a second. But realistically, like to do retail arbitrage full time, which is what I do for the most part, going into stores, doing stuff like this and finding products, you really need to have a very big city around you or be willing to travel a lot. Okay, that's not. Sorry. Home T9. But if you're looking at doing online arbitrage, which you can basically do from anywhere, and that's something I'm getting into and working a little bit on, and especially after today, like doing retail stuff, being in stores, like I'd much rather just be on my computer just personally. So, okay, these are still so profitable. Man, I love finding these. But, so sorry. 60, 40. Sales tax. Oh no, I did pay sales tax on that. So realistically, like full time, I'm not really not trying to avoid your question. I'm trying to answer it. I'm just very distractible right now. Not distractible, distracted. So solid. I love these things. These are like $40 profit each. But realistically, you can replace a 9 to 5 income. It just depends on how much work you're willing to put into it. And if you wanted to do that, I would say getting ungated in Nike and Adidas, a lot of bigger brands, even Puma today. I was like, man, there's a lot of Puma stuff and I'm not ungated in it. I should really work on ungating that. I did just put out a video yesterday about how I got ungated, but that opens up so much more opportunity. And if you're doing retail and you're in a big city, I would guess because I would go out and I would only spend 2 days max every 2 weeks. And I would easily spend about $1,500 at around 100% ROI. When I was living back in Orlando, which was a bigger city, I was able to get that to the point where like that was pretty routine. And I wasn't even close to tapping into a lot of inventory because I wasn't ungated in almost anything. And I didn't really have, I wasn't really as dialed in with searching as many categories because I would just find how much I needed to in order to make my $1,500 of potential profit every 2 weeks, because that's what I had realized early on in my business was all I needed to continue surviving, making enough money to not go broke and to not dip into savings while I was really working on building up some other business things. But I mean, full time, realistically, especially if you start outsourcing, building a team. Let me know if you can hear people. There's people just being outside. If you start outsourcing and building a team, you can, make hundreds of thousands, upwards of $1 million in revenues per year and potentially in profits, but it just takes a big enterprise and a lot of assumption of risk at the very beginning, especially if you don't have a lot of money. I always get so self-conscious when I'm filming or doing anything in the van. It's really bad for someone who creates content and lives out of the van. It's probably not the most ideal thing in the world. How much did I pay for these? I should figure out. I need to pull up this receipt, to figure out how much I paid for this stuff to get ungated. Yes, so let me know if that answered your question, if you have any more questions about that. But I would say, like, if you wanted to work 40 hours a week doing retail arbitrage, just retail arbitrage, and you lived in a bigger city, you could probably make $6,000 a month. After you've learned how to do it and you go and exhaust everything, it just takes a lot of work. And personally, I'm trying to get more into online because I don't want to have to deal with this prepping of everything. So that's kind of where I'm at for the most part. Let me see. More questions. Nice tank top. Thank you. No way. Yeah, this is literally, I bought this tank top yesterday. This is the first tank top that I've worn in years. And I was finally like 100 degrees for like 2 weeks straight in the van. I was like, I should get a tank top. And we were at Shields, which is a sporting goods store. Not good for reselling. I was looking there, at least from what I had seen. And they ended up, oh, shoot, that was not there. So sorry. Oh, I downloaded that. They had these tank tops for like $15, which isn't crazy, but it's not cheap. So I got this one and I got a blue one. But the problem is I've been playing so much disc golf and being outside so much that look at these freaking tan lines. This is ridiculous. I'm 2 different colors right now. Luckily, this is kind of washing me out right now, this lighting, because it's not great. So you can't see even how bad it is, but it is not good. All right, let me find this real fast. Oh, did I not download that? Is it a picture? I'm so confused. I'm really good at organizing all my... honestly, normally I am pretty good at organizing all my files, but it's not... Okay, there we go. Sorry about this. Where the heck did it put it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I paid... Okay, why are you making this so complicated for me? The total... Man, Academy did not make my receipt super simple on this. Sorry, let me get to a question while I'm trying to figure this out. That's all relative to cash flow and leads and sourcing. Have you ever sold an item that was once grayed out, like a shoe size or a shirt size? If so, how do you accomplish it? Mr. Game Winner, probably not, because I don't really know what the answer to your question is. If you're talking about like something that's a variation of something that is like has no one on the listing now, I've definitely done that before, especially with like apparel. When Academy was having some sales, like polo shirts, different sizes of things that weren't on Amazon, and because the UPC was linked to that sizing, I just made sure that the sizing and everything was correct. It ended up being pretty normal, like how I would do everything else, but I have not like added products to the catalog, if that's what you're asking. From my experience, if you're sourcing daily, hitting 5 to 7 stores and doing online arbitrage, you should have no problem netting $100,000 for the year. Yeah, I like, just based on what I know is possible, I do not see how that could be bad. That netting 5 to 7 stores is tough though if you're in like a smaller area, which is why OA is so important, because right now where I am, Rapid City, there's like 5 total stores in the city that I could go to resell. But yeah, FBA woman, I appreciate that. You will still buy summer clothes to send to FBA, Elizabeth Carpenter? I personally try not to like stay in like seasonal things, but like warm clothes, like tank top stuff for sure, because I don't know like where you're living right now, but I didn't think about when I started on Amazon, I was buying bass fishing equipment as it was going on sale at Walmart in August and September, and I was like, oh shoot, no one's ever gonna buy this, but I'm gonna pick it up because the analytics are saying it's right. And then I just sold all of it because like seasons for like bass fishing in Florida where I was living, but I had grown up in Ohio. So I was thinking, oh, bass season's over. Like it's about to get super cold. It was still going on for a couple more months than I expected. So if you're in like a colder climate, there will still be places that buy those tank tops for sure. The one thing that you can look at is if you look at the Keep It chart and you scroll out on the Keep It chart, you can see on a yearly basis. And if there are just big, let me pull something up. I got rid of all my whiteboards because they were broken. We're going to make a fake Keep It chart real fast. I'm about to get none of this shipment done, y'all. This is bad. It's all right. I was planning on doing this tomorrow, so I'm already ahead of the game. Filmed 7 videos today. Also, if you guys have any video suggestions, leave them in the chat. I have videos planned every other day for this upcoming month, and then for the next month, I'm trying to get closer to almost a video a day, just because I want YouTube to be pretty sustainable income, and I'm wanting to do a lot more content about financial literacy instead of just Amazon FBA. and business literacy as well, because that's stuff that I really like. But if we look at fake, here we'll say fake, keep a chart. If you look at the time graph and you stretch it out over years, if this is, let's say, 2020, 2021, 2022, and right now we're in the summertime, and we just call this S for summer, and this is the summer, and this is the summer. If you see for summer close that the listing, remember low ticks down here is going to be high volume of sales. If it's up higher up here, that means it's a higher rank, so the sales are going to be less. If you see that, say, here, we'll start it up here. Say this is like winter time, and then it comes in summertime, and the clothes are just selling a bunch. And then right after summer is over, say like August, boom, it just shoots back up. Maybe you wouldn't want to buy that, but oftentimes, kind of unexpectedly, it'll just kind of be like, in the middle here. So still a decent sales rank, and then it'll go sell just so much, kind of flat line down here in the summer. And then it'll just kind of go back up to maybe 100,000 or so. And you can basically look at trends over the past couple years to see if they are selling a lot or not. So hope that helps. This is our new whiteboard for the day. Don't yell at me for breaking all my expo markers. Let me figure out. Can you do FBA if you're under 18? Vincent, I am honestly not sure about that. Let me look that up. Amazon. I'm guessing not. You might need a custodial account or like two. Here, I'll just look up, can you sell, how to sell on Amazon under 18? I just searched Amazon FBA under 18, and there are some videos that pop up that talk about that. I have no expertise in that, so I don't really want to touch on that too much because I'll be talking out of my booty. Okay, 7, unit price, $7.68 plus tax, plus shipping. Why is there shipping cost? That makes no sense. Okay, discount, no shipping. Okay, perfect. I found it. Sorry, let me just times 1.065, 818 for the socks, and 697, 6.97 times 1.065. Said 818, right? 818 and 742. Cool. Sorry about that. $7.42. No sales tax. Oh, I did not even have to calculate the sales tax because I could have just done an inventory lab. I'm acting silly. That's solid, man. I found some headbands and stuff that are actually selling to get ungated, and I'm still going to make about 70% return on investment. I really just need to get more into OA because honestly, I can replace my RA income on OA pretty easily. I just don't have to set up prep center stuff and fees. And I've already set it up, but that was like literally 6 months ago, and then I kind of ghosted them, so I feel a little bad. Okay, there's that, and then 10 more of these, and then we should be ready to actually start delabeling all this crap. Question, Hussein Spati. Recently, I got an item which I was allowed to sell, and unfortunately, the company isn't allowing anyone to sell anymore, including myself. They blocked my listing. What should I do? Elizabeth, thank you so much for the super sticker. Yeah, that is a very valid question, and that happens a lot. I have a video I'm planning on coming out with in about a week and a half. Yeah, 2 Saturdays from now, called like a warning to anyone selling on Amazon in 2022 or something, because over the past couple months, I've been selling and sourcing less items, but the amount of emails that I've gotten from brands has shot through the roof. And like brands that I've been selling for literally my whole time on Amazon, 2 years. So like, hey, you can't sell this. We're not letting anybody sell this on Amazon. And honestly, because like it's not wholesale or anything, it's something that like if you're really brazen, you can fight it. I guess you could try to keep selling it, but that's not advice that I would give you. That's not what I would do. I've heard other people talk about that personally, and some people would say that like, I'm just too soft or whatever. I said 818. Yeah, okay, good. I am not like, I just don't want to mess with that because I would rather have the peace of mind not in my head being like, oh, I'm gonna have to worry about people or like companies coming after me or whatever. And that would just always be in the back of my head personally if I was doing that. So, oh no, I'm losing money on this. Oh no. Oh, Amazon came on the listing. That's why. I'll try to keep my price high and just wait Amazon out for a second. And if they drop off the listing, we should be able to make some money. But okay, that's pretty solid. So what I would do, honestly, is I would delete the listing first. Make sure that you get on their good side. Just communicate with them. Hey, I deleted your listing. And then if there is a way to get approved to sell them, you can always apply to get approved to sell them. Okay. Shipment total buy cost $1,248. Net profit $727. Pretty low from what I prefer, but I mean, I'm not complaining. This is probably only about 5 hours of work for that $700 profit, plus whatever the heck this live stream is going to be. I don't think we'll do it all the time because we're parked at a Planet Fitness right now, and my wife's inside, mostly just to beat the heat, but also work out and stuff. But let me finish answering your question since I've gotten super distracted. And yeah, I would just kind of take the L on that one and eat the cost, get it returned to you if you can. So return it. Oh my, why? I'm gonna take a picture and show you this. And just get it returned to you and return it to the store if you can. If you can't have that happen, then I would just liquidate the item if you could on Amazon. But it's just something that you're gonna stay away from that brand now and go find more brands to source. It's unfortunate, but the more brands you're ungated in by like doing the invoice method and stuff, the better it will be for you. The bigger brands can sometimes give IP claims, I've heard, so make sure you save your receipts and everything, but it might be a little bit easier. Look at how many this is. So bad. That's so many different shipments. Oh no. That's just going to eat into all the profit. Okay, that one thing, that makes sense that that's its own shipment. That doesn't make any sense. And is that all oversized? No, this makes no sense. Okay, so I'm just going to decline shipments and go back and see if I change anything, if it'll change it. One trick that you can do as well with Inventory Lab, if they give you 1 billion shipments, and I've done this 1 or 2 times before, it's a pain in the butt, but if you close your batch, download and export that like batch sheet and go into Seller Central itself, you can upload that into Seller Central. And for me, who does commingling, where if I don't need to label something myself, I won't. I will just only label the things that Amazon says I have to label. Otherwise, you can normally use manufacturer labels for a lot of items. Just saves me time and energy. But you're able to commingle those shipments when you do it directly in Seller Central. Unfortunately, Amazon's API makes you split those into 2 different boxes and shipments. And normally it hasn't been worth it to go in there. But if they don't give me these lower amounts of shipments in a couple minutes when I retry that, I'm definitely going to do that. Okay, let me get back. And lift the ASIN for the grayed out version. That's a great suggestion, FBA woman. Mr. Game Winner, that's what I mean. Something that's sold out, so like a size 9 shoe, if sold out or whatever, how do you get the ASIN? Oh yeah, if you have the UPC from the item, if you just scan the UPC, even if there's no listings, it'll show up for you. Or like even if there's no listings on it right now, it'll still show up for you. I would just make sure that it's the same thing. But that's another great suggestion from FBA woman is go into Keepa and you can lift the ASIN from the grayed out variation by going to Keepa and in the variations tab, you could scroll through all of them even if they don't have listings. Try that, but can't find the ASIN. Keepa doesn't list them. I've only tried it on about 4 or 5 different items. I would try the UPC, but sometimes it just might not have a variation for that size or that color. So you might have to create something. Joey Sule, have you ever listed a branded product, Nike or Adidas, on Amazon? If so, how? Yeah, they have listings already, and I'll only sell the ones that already have listings. So I just essentially, this is literally what we just did a second ago, is I just added them to my batch. I searched them. I said, hey, this is the price that I'm going to sell them at. And I have these items to send to Amazon, and Amazon's like, okay, here's where you're going to send them. You do have to get ungated in that. And my video literally from yesterday, if you want to go onto my main channel, you'll be able to see how to do that. But it's pretty simple to list them. It's just like any other item that you list. Let me see here. I'm going to try the batch thing again. A little pain in the butt. Thank you for the info. For an ASIN, rear doesn't offer variation. You want to sell it, no existing listing. You can add UT via the variation wizard. Yeah, go for that. That sounds too complicated for me, though. Okay, this is still giving me 1 billion shipments. So I'm going to try this other method, which is very unfortunate. But hopefully it'll give us less. Jankadrian Graves, what does it mean when you scan something in the seller app and it says shipping credit? I'm pretty sure that's only for MFN or FBM offers. So essentially where you're going to be shipping it yourself instead of having Amazon ship it for you, like where you ship in all your stuff to Amazon and they ship it out for you. Instead, honestly, I don't do any FBM, so I'm kind of talking out of line here, but I'm pretty sure that's where just in the seller app, I'm pretty sure you get shipping credits. I don't know. Someone who does FBM, please answer that question because I got no idea. The listing exists on a variation. So at some time, I think it was being sold. I've also tried the wizard thing, but Amazon denied it. Yeah, at this point, I don't know. I would probably just reach out to seller support, say, hey, I'm trying to add this variation and it's not working. They might be able to help you. Zero Wooten, does it make more sense to place a removal order or liquidate it? Amazon hopped on it, and now it would be at a loss to sell it at that price. If the loss is less than 75 cents, I would still sell it at that price because removal orders cost, I think, 75 cents now. I liquidate because you get some sort of positive money out of it. I'm starting to think that might not be the best. It's definitely better than just doing a removal order and trying to like sell it on a different marketplace if it can't be sold. If you have the tags or receipts, or if it's Walmart and it's past 180 days, I would definitely get it removed to you because then you can go return it and get the majority of your money back. If they don't have a listing, Joyce Houlet, no, personally, I have not done that. I haven't added any branded listings. I just try not to. Yeah, no problem. Disregard the shipping credits. It's an illusion. Seriously, yikes. I'm thinking of buying winter items and hold them till it's winter to listen. Do you recommend, or do you think I will lose money? Thanks for answering, by the way. Hussein, that depends on kind of how you're planning on doing that. If you have storage space already that's not being used, that's one of the things you have to think about. If you are able to buy items that you see via data that will be profitable later, if you have to, it's kind of a cost benefit. Like if you send them in now, if they'll be less profitable, then you might want to hold on to them for later. But if you have to buy a storage locker to do that, that will eat into your profit. So you'll have to calculate that out. If you just have some spare room that you're able to like allocate to that, that doesn't take any other like time from you or space from you, you'll be able to just store those for later. But I would make sure that you check Keepa first to see if there has actually been seasonality, because if there hasn't been seasonality to it, I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Send to Amazon step 1. No way. That's really good. That's really cool. So I just realized this on my closed batch while I was kind of going through that. Instead of doing the request proposed shipments, I closed my batch, and then in export on Inventory Lab, they have a send to Amazon step 1 where you just download a file. And then when you go into Seller Central, I should be able to upload that file.